Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. Today, we'll be talking about why Asian men need to start believing in themselves. This is something that I was talking to one of my buddies with in California. That's why there wasn't a video. I was on vacation with my fiance enjoying life. But I truly believe that a lot of Asian men don't believe that they're capable of succeeding and winning in life. I feel like some people have adopted the identity of being a victim for the rest of their lives, and they don't believe that it's possible. I think some Asian men have fully given up on themselves, and they believe that the world is messed up. They are being discriminated against. They're not viewed the same way as white men. They're viewed as feminine. They're not viewed in a sexual way. And they definitely believe that they'll be lonely for the rest of their lives. Look, while there are a lot of obstacles facing Asian men do struggle with their masculinity. The stereotypes in Asian men, there are some truths in that, right? Asian men do not know how to speak up for themselves sometimes. They're viewed as nerdy, right? And they're very humble and they don't have a backbone. Nothing wrong with these things, but what happens is if you don't adopt the opposite values of being courageous, virtuous, and confident and believing in yourself, nothing will really matter. I truly believe that some Asian men have truly given up on themselves. They went on dating apps and they've been rejected day in and day out, and they lack the social skills to build inhuman relationships. They don't have a great group of friends, but they want to be in a group of friends, but they don't have the ability or skill set. I feel like they have a deep longing for social interaction. They want to participate in dating. They want to start having fun, but they don't know where to start. And a lot of it, guys, it's a difficult road ahead. I think the whole idea of self-transformation, self-improvement is one of these things, but it has to start with believing that it's possible. Look, I'm an Asian guy, right? I've dealt with a lot of racism, discrimination, viewed in a terrible way when it comes to dating. And I'm not gonna lie, yes, if you're an Asian man and you aren't 6 feet tall, you're not built to the T, yes, you might not get a lot of quantity of girls, but that doesn't mean that you lack the quality. We can't make generalizations and say the entire world is messed up, the entire dating market is messed up, because how is dating still possible? I definitely believe that, yes, it's quite bad. I feel like dating in modern day in 2023 is terrible in every major city. I definitely believe that people lack the skill set to build a long, meaningful relationship and know how to maintain the longevity of a relationship. I definitely believe that everyone has commitment issues, and I feel like with the rise of social media, more and more people are superficial. More and more people want material things, but that's not every single person. We can't make these broad generalizations. I know a lot of great guys, not even Asian, a lot of great white guys, a lot of great Dominican guys who struggle in obtaining partners, not because they don't have a skill set. They have every skill set, but they can't find quality people to begin with, right? But I feel like we have a confirmation bias. We go out, get rejected, we see the superficiality, and we're like, well, the entire world is messed up, therefore there's no reason to improve. I hate to say it, guys, but there's no other way. There's no other way. And I could be entirely wrong with this, and you guys can debate me. But things, if you're happy with your life, you're happy with this victim mentality, happy without having friends or female intimacy, then that's okay. But if you want to give yourself the best shot, you're gonna have to do some work and believe that is possible. And I know how cheesy and how much of a cliche that sounds like, but you can't improve if you don't think it's possible. You have to be a little crazy to imagine a reality that's not yet real with every obstacle in your way, but keep striving day in, day out, despite all the setbacks to achieve that goal. And what is that goal? Let's say a strong, masculine Asian man with a great social circle, with a great partner. I feel like this is very doable, but we have to realize this, guys. We have to stop trying to believe that we need to become white to win. I don't know where this idea came from that we need to become more whitewashed in order to succeed. Look, we can be masculine in our own skin. We can be masculine and Asian at the same time. We don't have to give up our Asianness to be a man. Look, we'll never be white. If you try to play this game, you always be a second carbon copy. You always come in second place because we can't do that. We are stuck in this skin, and that's okay. But we can redefine what it means to be Asian. And what does that mean? We can view Asian as being the best thing fucking possible. All our insecurities, we have to use that to our advantage. If you use your insecurity as a weapon, we can win. I think the number one thing is work out, dress better. And it's not necessarily doing this for the superficiality of it. It's doing this to believe that you are capable of changing. You're building the mental strength, toughness to keep going in this life, because our journey is quite arduous. I definitely believe by dressing well, it can change a lot of things. I definitely believe that the way you dress, you're signaling to the world what group you belong to, what class, what part of the social hierarchy you belong to. I definitely believe that some stereotypes are quite real. I think a lot of Asian men don't know how to dress in a masculine way. I see a lot of Asian guys, and the thing is, if you guys are happy and doing this and you get great results, then ignore my advice. But if you're unhappy, then continually listen. I think Asian men, we need to start dressing in clothing that fits our stature, then colors that make our skin and hair pop, that's more in line with who we are. I think there's nothing wrong with dressing a little more professional, more business casual. Guys, get rid of the anime t-shirts wherever we go, and guys, get a well-fitted button-up shirt. Okay, I think dressing professionally will always help you no matter what. I'm not saying you have to give up all your anime clothing, but I think dressing in a certain manner will allow you to attract other people. Because I think when you dress really well, you are signaling what type of friends that you want, who you stand for, and what type of people you let into your life, and what type of lifestyle you live. I think what happens is some Asian men, we dress very effeminate. We don't dress in a cool way. I think we're out of touch because the thing is, we lack social skills. I truly believe a lot of Asian men lack the social awareness. And I feel like what happens is Asians only hang out with Asians, and they build this group that's isolated from the world. And instead of assimilating properly, we isolate ourselves and we never hang out with anyone outside of it. And we're useless and quiet, right? You have to understand that this world is bigger than just your 2 Asian friends you've grown up for your entire life. Realize you have to start interacting with the different people. You have to understand that's possible. I know a lot of dope Asian men with great girlfriends and wives. And it's possible. If you look at them though, what separates them from the other people? They went against the grain. They went against the opinions of their draconic, tiger parenting parents and their friends. What happens was their friends were diverse. I think that's a really important thing was if you look at really successful men, Asian men specifically, they have a very diverse group of friends. It's not only Asian, it's not only white, it spans all races and all ethnicities. I feel like that's the most important thing is being able to relate. I feel like a lot of other people, they have an idea of what an Asian is, and it's the quiet, shy, nerdy kid who's in STEM or computer science who is very, very shy, who does not know how to have conversation, and they are quite effeminate. And what happens is when you meet another Asian guy, it only confirms this idea of who you are, and therefore you get treated a certain way. What happens is, I know a lot of people get taken surprised when they meet me, was like, wow, you speak very, very perfect English, and you don't have an accent. And you also dress in a certain way, and you carry yourself with such utmost confidence that they have never seen before. And that changes their idea of what an Asian is possibly can be. And they're like, wait, he's a very masculine guy. It's like, why is that? I believe in myself, and this has taken a lot of work. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I struggle with a lot of my insecurities to this day, but I have a pretty good grip on it and realize this is who I am. This is what's going to happen. And I can change the way I view the world. I can change the way I look. But at a certain point, I have to be okay with who I am. And there's some limitations to that, right? But I'll make the best out of this life possible. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I can't have a healthy, successful, happy life. I don't know where this idea came from. The whole idea of becoming a victim and realizing that we can't get better, we have to give up on this world because we'll never be white and the world doesn't appreciate us, that won't get you that far. Take some responsibility for your own life and keep moving forward. I think the whole idea of saying the world is messed up, women are evil, the Western world is in decay. I'm like, okay, cool. But is this actually helping you with your life? I feel like this nihilistic version of your life is only holding you back and actually perpetuating the stereotype because now you're not participating in the dating market. And by not participating in the dating market, then there's no representation in the dating market for us. So the whole idea of going out and being confident in who you are. And guys, realize we might get shit tested more. We might face biases. We might fight discrimination, and that's okay. But standing still and being like, hey, it's okay. By educating people and being cool and becoming a part of the community and being involved, you start changing the way people view us. But we have to start on a local level. By starting on a local level, it'll keep growing. And realize in due time, guys, there are a lot more masculine Asian men with great girlfriends nowadays than there have ever been. And the whole thing is, look, if you're getting shit results on dating apps, then go in person, do something different. If what you're doing isn't working, then do something different or change. I feel like we don't want to change. We want to stay in this comfortable little box. But the thing is, if we're not getting the results we want, then we have to do something. Because I feel like just continually doing what we're doing it's nothing's changing is probably the stupidest thing you can possibly do. I understand, guys, doing work, you're like, oh, I don't want to do the work. I want to sit here and be loved for who we are. I think we have to get this idea of unconditional love out of our mind. Look, mommy and daddy unconditionally loves us, but not everyone is going to do that. You're not looking for a partner to replace your mom. You're looking for a partner to be your wife, for you to be the man of the relationship. So recognize that. If you want to talk about this further, please email me at bedroomtalksconsult@gmail.com. It's in the description below. Or see what I'm up to. Follow me on Instagram at m.deep20. As always, wish you the best. Namaste. Peace.